Hey guys, Paul here with PatTech. In this video, we're going to take a look at an exciting new program called Luminar Neo. I've had my eye on the program for a couple of years, but just haven't had the time to get in and take a look at it. So the folks at Skylum reached out, asked me if I'd do a quick review on it. And so, spoiler alert, just go out and buy this program. Even if you're like me and you use Capture One, Photoshop, Portrait Pro, I don't care what you're using. This is a tool you want to have in your kit. Okay, so make no mistake, it's a really awesome new software, and I think the examples I'm going to show you will drive the point home that this is something you're going to get a lot of benefit out of. Let's jump in, we'll have a look. So the first retouch I'm going to do with you is a perfect case for frequency separation. So Tave came into the studio one day. She's a little bit late. She was in a rush. She's got some skin blemishes here, and you can see she's got some foundation on. And so perfect case for frequency separation, but let's see if we can do a little quicker with Neo. So I'm going to come down to the skin retouch here, and I'll go to masking. I can't remember if I already ran the algorithm. It looks like I have, so if you click on human, you can see it's made a mask of the human. It's picked up the person. And what I want to do is go to adjustments, and let's zoom in a bit for you. So you can see she's got some skin imperfections going on here. So let's crank this to about 50. There's before, and there's after. Now I'm going to crank this up to about 80. There's the before, and there's after. If that doesn't sell you on this program, that one feature in itself is worth all the tea in China. I'm going to boost the shine removal a little bit, and I'm going to click on skin defects removal. There's the before, and there's the after. Pretty incredible, just with one tool. Now I'm going to close that. I'm going to come down to clone. And I've got my strength set at 50. Maybe I'll take that up a little bit. And let's zoom in a little bit. So, you know, as retouchers, we're never satisfied. So I can see this little mark here. Let's just see if I can get rid of that without too much trouble. Let's click here and click it again, because I'm only at 62% strength. So let's come up here to the forehead and see what we can do up here. 2 clicks, 2 clicks, 1 click, 1 click. So now, in about 30 seconds to a minute, you've got an image that you can present to a client. That, my friends, just blew me away. That's remarkable. So the second image I'm going to work on is going to be pretty easy on the eyes for you fellas. So once you've got the image loaded into Neo, what I'm going to do is come over to Layer Properties, and I'm going to click on Masking, and I'm going to run the Portrait Background masking, and I'm going to click on Remove. Might take a second for it to remove the background. And voila. Now that took like 10 seconds. I actually clipped this out in Photoshop and it took me a lot longer than 10 seconds. But if we zoom in, you can see there's a couple of issues. One here, one with the fingers, one in this area right here. And so, you know, let's see if we can fix that up before we have to take it into another program here. So we can look at properties, I'll go back to masking. Let's see here, whoops. And I want to select the brush tool, and I have the option to paint the mask back in, as you can see I'm doing here. That's fixed. I'm going to reduce the size of my tool here and just come in and, okay, I goofed on that one. I should hit the erase, and so let's just go and see if we can fix that. And we're just going to make the tool a little smaller. Let's get in a little tighter here so we can. Okay, and that's pretty darn close to being fixed up there. Get rid of that. Okay, Now I've got an issue under the arm here. I can do a little bit of work here. This isn't the best tool for this. A pen tool would be better, but you know, I can come up and just do a little bit of quick work right here. That doesn't look too bad. And probably I would want to take a look at this finger situation here, and I could just do a really quick kind of down and dirty little edit here. I'll come up here, free up the space between those fingers, and then I can see a couple other little things like right here we need to get rid of. And let's back out here. In like, what, did I spend a minute on this? Unbelievable. Go out and buy this program. What are you waiting for? Oh my God. So let's just do one or two more quick things to adjust this image before we move away. So let me close the layer properties here, and I'm going to come down to, where the heck did my develop palette go? There it is. So you may want to play with the exposure depending on if it was a bright cloudy day to match the background that you're in. And so you've got that option here. You've got lots of control here to lighten or darken the image. You know, smart contrast. You can play with the highlights and the shadows. And another one that is very popular is the relight palette. And so in this case, really we can play with the brightness, the near brightness. If I raise that up a little bit, and that's the before, that's the after. Not a huge effect, but it definitely does have an effect. So you have all of the controls that you have in all those other programs that you've come to know and love, but it's just very intuitive in this program. So really no reason not to add this as a tool in your arsenal for sure. Okay, so let's see what we can do with a landscape image in a few simple clicks. So I've got this JPEG I shot about 10 years ago. It's kind of a dull, dreary day in the Virginia mountains. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is jump into the sky panel, and let's run the mask. Looks like I've already run it, so I'll just click on the sky here. It's popped up a decent mask for me, and now I can go in and do some adjustments on it. There's a sky selection preset palette, so if I click on this guy here, there you go. That's not a bad option, but this is kind of a dull overcast day, so I'm thinking this one might be a little better choice. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. And let's play with the sky orientation palette. Now, there's a lot you can do in Neo to raise or lower the horizon or vertical position. You can move your sky up or down. It's really, the sky's the limit here. No pun intended. But this one here I find quite useful. I want to flip it. And I like this a lot better because it kind of, you know, directs the light towards the right-hand side at the bottom of the picture here, which seems a little bit more natural to me. So all of this in just a couple of clicks. Now, I can go down to the sky adjustments panel and do some more adjustments by defocusing the sky if I want to. So there's the before, there's the after. I can even go really dramatic. That's a little bit much, but you know, I might pull it into maybe about 5 here, something like that. You can add some grain to the image if you want. I'll just back this off. I really don't think I need grain in this image. You can add some atmospheric haze. You can warm up the image if you want to, or you can play around with the brightness. So if you want to dull it down a little bit or brighten the background, or sorry, not the background, but the sky up a little bit, you've got those options, and it's just so easy to do. Okay guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you're like me, the cost of that first edit that I did, the money you're going to save, the time you're going to save on that, the program is really remarkable, I have to be honest. Is it a replacement for Capture One or Photoshop? Probably not, but it's definitely a huge time saver. It's a tool that you want to have in your kit. If you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe and like buttons. I really appreciate it. Skylum is aggressively marketing the program right now. I mean, there's tons of videos on YouTube, so you want to take advantage of the links that I put in the description. You're going to save yourself some serious dinero there. And you don't have to pay the subscription fees. So you can buy the program outright if you want. You can get add-ons and extensions. It's a no-brainer. Just go and do it. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.